Space has always been the stage for human wonder, the birthplace of dreams, discovery, and endless questions. But for every breathtaking image of galaxies and glowing planets, there is also darkness, silence, and horror. Because space is not just beautiful, it is cold, it is empty, and it may not be empty at all. Tonight, we dive into terrifying space horror stories you must hear. A mix of real science, chilling mysteries, and the kind of encounters that leave you questioning whether humanity is truly safe beneath the stars. Story 1: The Black Knight Satellite. Astronomers have tracked thousands of satellites circling our world, but there's one object that has baffled observers for decades. They call it the Black Knight Satellite. First spotted in the 1950s, it was described as a dark, irregular-shaped object orbiting Earth. It didn't belong to any known mission. Amateur radio operators claim to intercept strange signals bouncing from it, bursts of data, distorted voices, even echoes of their own transmissions. The strangest part: when decoded, some signals appeared to show star maps of constellations as they looked, not today but thousands of years ago. NASA dismissed it as space junk, maybe even a thermal blanket lost during a spacewalk. But images leaked to the public show something massive, angular, and almost alien in design. Now imagine this: if it truly is ancient, it could have been circling Earth long before the first humans walked upright. Not a satellite, but a probe, watching, listening. And if it's been waiting for us to reach the stars, what happens when we finally do? Story 2: The Lost Cosmonauts. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union and the United States raced to conquer space. Official history says Yuri Gagarin became the first human in orbit in 1961, but whispers tell a darker story. In 1960, two Italian brothers built a homemade radio station powerful enough to pick up Soviet transmissions. One night, they recorded a woman's voice. She was panicked, breathing heavily, gasping as she spoke in Russian. Her words translated to, "The ship is too hot, I can see flames, am I going to crash? Yes, yes, I feel hot, I will re-enter." Then her voice faded. The Soviets denied everything, but the brothers kept recording. Over months, they captured multiple voices, men, women, even a heartbeat monitor, before transmissions ended in silence. If true, these were the voices of lost cosmonauts, early pioneers sacrificed in secret missions, orbiting Earth until their craft failed. Some may still be out there, bodies frozen in the void, circling above our skies forever. Look up at the stars tonight and ask yourself, are we alone in orbit, or are there silent ghosts watching us from the darkness? Story 3: The Phantom Knocked. Astronauts trained for years, prepared for every mechanical failure and every emergency. But some experiences defy explanation. In 2005, astronaut Yang Liwei, China's first man in space, reported hearing something impossible: a knock on the outside of his spacecraft. He described it like someone striking the hull with a hammer. He looked out into the void and saw nothing, yet the knocking continued. NASA astronauts have reported similar phenomena: unexplained bangs, metallic clanks, even eerie space music during Apollo missions. Engineers suggest temperature changes cause ships to creak and shift, but the astronauts insist these knocks sound intentional, rhythmic, almost like communication. Imagine floating alone in orbit, surrounded by infinite silence, and then knock, knock. Something is out there and it wants you to know. Story 4: The Ocean Beneath Enceladus. Not all horror comes from empty voids. Some may hide beneath alien oceans. Saturn's moon Enceladus looks lifeless, an icy sphere reflecting sunlight like a frozen mirror. But in 2005, NASA's Cassini probe discovered geysers shooting into space from cracks in its surface. The readings revealed water, salts, and organic molecules. Beneath the ice is a vast ocean, warm, dark, and ancient. Scientists were thrilled at the possibility of alien life, but then came the disturbing part. Cassini recorded anomalies near the geysers. A dead zone, an area where instruments picked up nothing, as if something enormous was blocking detection. Data vanished whenever the probe passed through certain regions. Was it a glitch, or was something alive down there, vast and intelligent, aware of us now? Picture swimming in a bottomless sea with no sunlight, surrounded by creatures that never knew a sky. Now picture one of them looking up, aware that we have found them. Story 5: The Dark Forest Hypothesis. Perhaps the most terrifying idea about alien life isn't that they don't exist, but that they're hiding. The dark forest hypothesis suggests the universe is like a forest at night. Every civilization is a hunter, armed and silent. To reveal yourself is to invite destruction. Earth, however, has been shouting for decades. Radio, TV, internet, all leaking into space. We've lit a torch in the forest, unaware of who's watching. And some believe someone already has. Fast radio bursts, powerful energy pulses from deep space flash across the galaxy. Most seem random, but a few repeat with uncanny precision like a heartbeat. What if those aren't accidents? What if they're warnings? Messages from civilizations silenced after making the same mistake we have, calling out into the dark. If so, the real question isn't whether aliens exist. It's who's hunting in the dark and how much longer before they find us. Story 6: The Abandoned Ship. In deep space, a distress signal is more chilling than silence. In 2029, a private exploration vessel reportedly picked up an SOS near the asteroid belt. When they arrived, they found a derelict ship floating lifeless. Its hull was scarred but intact. Inside, they found no crew, no bodies. Everything was still running, lights flickering, systems humming, food half-eaten at the table. The logs ended abruptly mid-sentence. Most terrifying of all, every crew member's spacesuit was missing. But there was no evidence they had used the airlock. It was as if the entire crew had simply walked out into space without hesitation. When rescue teams tried to tow the vessel back, the distress signal triggered again, broadcasting not from the ship but from deep inside the asteroid belt, where no ship had ever gone. No one followed it. Story 7: Dreams from the Void. Not all encounters happen in waking life. Some may begin in dreams. Reports across multiple space missions describe astronauts sharing strange, vivid dreams of endless black oceans, alien skies, and colossal shapes watching from the dark. They wake drenched in sweat, but the details are the same down to the smallest image. Psychologists call it stress, but some missions have shown physical traces, strange marks on astronauts' skin, mysterious spikes in brain activity, and even voices recorded during sleep. Voices that do not match any crew member. What if the void itself is whispering? What if consciousness is not safe in space, and the human mind becomes vulnerable to something vast, ancient, and hungry? If you closed your eyes tonight and dreamed of the same endless ocean, would you wake up? Or would part of you stay behind? Story 8: The Vanishing Stars. Astronomers spend lifetimes mapping the heavens. Stars burn for billions of years, steady and constant. But in 2015, scientists noticed something terrifying: stars were vanishing. Across archived sky surveys, dozens of stars appeared in older images but were gone in newer ones, without exploding into supernovae, without fading, without explanation. They simply disappeared. One theory is that advanced civilizations are building megastructures, Dyson spheres, to capture entire stars for energy, hiding them from view. But another possibility is far darker. What if something is consuming them, not civilizations but predators on a cosmic scale, life forms that feed on suns? And if stars can be devoured, what chance does Earth have? These stories, strange satellites, ghostly voices, alien oceans, cosmic hunters, and vanishing stars are not just science fiction. Each is rooted in real mysteries, unexplained phenomena, and the vast, terrifying unknown of space. So the real horror isn't whether these stories are true. The horror is that they could be. Because the universe is vast, ancient, and silence, as every hunter knows, does not mean safety, it means waiting. So I'll leave you with this question. When humanity finally meets what's out there, will it bring wonder or terror? And if the stars are watching us right now, do you really want them to know your name?